change in your life can help ease your mental struggles. Well, Jenny Cornell from Northland Health Centers is here now to continue that conversation on how we can kind of see that shift change now. So it's kind of like the mental side now, Jenny, but we're physically taking it, if that makes sense. Is that kind of what we're leaning towards?
Yeah, because a lot of times when we have change come in our lives, we don't like it.
Yeah, we do
No,
not.
none of us.
We fight.
Yeah, we resist it. We're like, this shouldn't be this way, and resisting it just adds to the emotional negativity that we're already fearing when we're having that change.
Is it
around.
change like this more on the physical side or emotional side, or does it kind of just depend?
It depends.
Okay.
I mean, it's both. It's both emotional and physical, because we feel it sometimes with the stress in our shoulders, things like, that stress response, because we're anticipating change to be bad or negative. So we're assuming it's a threat, and so that creates the very physical reaction to it.
I don't know why, I just thought about it. It's like going to the gym for the first time in like a long time. You feel it the next day, and then your mental side takes over, and you're like, I can't go again today.
Right.
You got to power through it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we're talking about. You already mentioned emotions, and I would say that's probably one of the bigger things that comes along.
It's one that we often don't think is a factor when we're struggling with change. We think about all the logistics of it. I don't have time, or this, or it's too expensive, all this different things that come along, but we don't think about the emotional resistance that makes change difficult. So if we're more aware, we increase our awareness, that helps us be more open to having an open mind and having choices, not feel like we're forced into something.
Yeah, and I think it depends too on the severity of what's going on, but I think you see and hear a lot of people saying like, why me, poor me, kind of, but that's not the attitude we need. We have to have that mental change saying like, well, what's new? Like, what can I better myself?
Yes,
kind of.
yeah. The way you phrase it to yourself of saying like, this is bad, this is terrible, this is the worst thing ever, that kind of sets up the precedence that it's a bad thing. It's a threat, right? So then your mind's going to react to it as a threat. But you really want to change it more into a transition of something, well, not all change can be bad. There's a lot of things we learn from change. And so rewording your words that you're using or framing around change, but also trying to find the benefits out of it for yourself.
And I think in every single I mean, I can't maybe say everything, but most times there's going to be an upside to this. And so is one goal to maybe find that positive?
Yes. I always advocate there's a yin and yang, right? There's something we just oftentimes don't want to see it because we really don't want that change to occur. So we're really fixated on the negative things that support our feelings of not wanting it, where we resist the feelings of seeing that, well, this could be a good thing, even though it's different, I'm not used to it, I don't know, there's a lot of unknown with it, it could be a better thing.
Absolutely too. And people always ask me, how's so-and-so doing too? Maybe once you leave a job, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm not good at connecting with people. I'll admit that is one downfall I have. I would love to get better with it. And that's something too to embrace.
I mean, change happens to everybody. So it's good if we can connect with anyone to find out what they're going through, how they're, not commiserate, not misery, you make it more misery, but somebody who shares a upbeat positive of what you're trying to figure out for your objective.
I think that's a great thing too. Then just flexibility in small ways. We're not talking about when you're working out, maybe stretch a little bit. They always say that's going to improve you. I don't know, I've yet to find that, but how do we make something like just life more easygoing?
Sometimes like a small change, like getting up that 5 minutes earlier to relieve some of that, we're talking really small type of things, and people can define small differently. Right? Small for me might not be small for someone else, but find something that you feel is manageable, not too overwhelming or too challenging, but a little challenging, and just taking those small little steps to help you look at change in a different way. Like, okay, if I get up 5 minutes earlier, I might get out the door and I might beat that train, or I might, traffic may not be as busy, or, things like that. Any little thing that you can find to help yourself with adjusting to that transition.
I want to know too, Jenny, because I know, you've been down this road as well. I feel like you find like the older you get, the more you realize things are like, that was meant to happen this way or anything. But are any of these rules here written down? And they're not even rules, they're just kind of guidelines,
suggestions
to some extent. But do you find that maybe some of these things will change and progress as you get older and more problems arise to get through life?
I think so. In my own personal experience in the years that have gone by, I've noticed change is something I accept a lot more easily now that I'm a little older, because I have the life experience of having situations where change, I was kind of scared, but it went through well. It still was a good outcome. It might have been messy.
It will be.
Getting through it. It's a life is messy, right? But I got through it, and I passed through, and it was a good outcome for me. So it's just learning that, getting that life lesson, and decreasing that panic when we have that change. People instantly go to that panic, and that skews your perspective, and it like eliminates your option of choice. And that's really what you want at that moment of change, is you want the ability to choose which way you want to go.
So on the note here, we're going to put up information on the screen here where they can find you, but would you say then there's a light at the end of the tunnel?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
there is.
That's good to know. There's the information, Jenny. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.